Hello everybody and welcome back. We have got the round of 16 here just for you. It is HDTV versus Meme Machine. So if you could say that 3 times fast with your eyes closed, that'd be fantastic. So what are we looking at?
We're looking at Ribbit.
Trick question you can't see with your eyes closed.
Oh really? Should I close my ears so I can't see? That being said, going into the picks and bans, Meme Machine is going to be running the Scoldier, Scoop, and Coco, as opposed to HDTV, who is going to be running with their Frog, Penny, and Leon. That being said, let's get straight to the action.
Alright, you know what? Let's do that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So already I'm seeing silence as a keyword pop up here, at least on HDTV.
Well, you're seeing silence?
No, but my psychic senses is telling me that we're gonna we're gonna see that, and it's gonna hurt.
Definitely. I think silence is going to be one of the key components here to secure a victory for HDTV. On the other hand, you know, we see a Scoldier, we see a Ribbit, and...
We see a Ribbit.
We see Ribbit, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
We see that bouncer, and I think the bounce...
Oh, look at that!
Oh, and a lot of damage coming out. That is going to be the first kill.
Go down there. Absolutely devastating. Like a Venus flytrap, just as soon as you touch, like, one of the tiny little... sketch up. And you'll never know what hit him. And when silence comes into play, they're not even going to be able to do anything about it. That's what I'm so afraid of. We do, however, have the Scoop and his amazing shutdown, both for Penny and Frog.
Exactly. He can take that jump head up, throw the hammer down, and just snare everybody. And as you said last week, the hammer gains more range when thrown down. Here we go. Another nice little engagement going on right here. And the Scoop just kind of thwarting all of them off with a single hammer, allowing Meme Machine to kind of take that mid again. But here we see again, they gave it up so easily. They didn't even put up a fight with that. You had a Scoop with full health and a Coco with full health compared to all of them at half health. That's when you stay in that mid. That is when you fight.
That is the dangerous thing about bursty characters, though, because HP don't matter. When you're fighting a brawly character, then you sort of have to, like, all right, how much HP do they have? How long can they take a beating? But with burst characters, they die. I was about to say they die you so quickly. No, they kill you so quickly that you are not gonna have a lot of chance to actually do damage to them.
Definitely, you know, we see that mid control game absolutely going to HDTV at this point. Then again, we're only 2 minutes in, but they've kind of controlled that mid. And Villain's taking a lot of damage. Villain's gonna go down right now. And YOLO is actually
the Blaze is
going to pick up YOLO.
Yep, the Blaze is going to pick him up. So, that's actually something else I want to mention here. That Coco is a superb counter to Frog and and Leon and Penny. And you know, if Coco chooses to build Blaze, I think we're gonna see some great progression in terms of keeping mid, because you cannot just be in mid with a Blaze Coco. Not when you're Frog, not when you're Leon.
Absolutely, you're going to be taking a lot of unnecessary damage, and that's what's kind of going to keep your team from controlling that midsection. But if we see a Blaze Coco come out, I think
look at that.
The droid is actually going to pick up
the punch actually gets him, and that's going to make sure the droids secure the kill. That was great. A little bit greedy there on HDTV's side, but oh well.
That was a bold strategy, Cotton. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off.
Oh man.
If you've ever seen Dodgeball.
Yeah, that's great. Alright, so they got the mid. They finally have the mid. Look at how proud they are.
And Leon just going for that early kind of utility upgrade, getting that regen off the bat. Well, not off the bat, excuse me, but getting it very early.
And again, look at just the whole... How much...
Oh, and Pushkin may be in some trouble now. If this Scoldier can secure that, it looks like Scoldier and Villain is going to pick him up.
He is Scoldier. He knows there's beef on the menu, and he wants it.
He knows there's beef. Frog is not beef.
Well, you're clearly not from the same space station as I am.
He pulled off Frog's, like he had Frog for dinner. We'll go with that.
Yeah, well, he was borrowing Leon's recipe, so.
Oh god. We need to stop or we're behind at this point.
Nah, we'll be here all week.
Speaking of behind, Scoldier needs to throw some people behind him.
Well, yes, and that is actually happening with
there we go.
Throw. You know what? Sometimes I think you're psychic. That was great.
But, you know, that's what we said earlier. Those jump pads into those throws are actually very devastating if you can time them correctly. And Villain has just gotten the first one of the game.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope it's not the last.
You know, we wanted to see this kind of Coco run into Blaze, but it seems like Bjork is going for the AA build.
Yeah, I think that's just to get sort of the poke in and the general fighting capability.
Pushkin's in a bit of a bad situation right now. This is the time when Mean Machine needs to push in and time his dash, and unfortunately they kind of let him escape, but the Turret is going to pick up Pushkin. Pushkin's going
they gotta push in so they can pushkin to the limit. Alright. To the pins, to the pins, to the pin. Alright. Yeah, back on track. I'm actually kind of surprised to see...
And there we go with the throw again. Unfortunately, he is going to be in Viz. That's going to allow him to escape, and not going to be a kill for Mean Machine. But that's a penny with no charges, and Leon just getting the poke off before he's going to be able to retreat back there. Small little push up top happening right now for Mean Machine, but they're going to be forced back as YOLO gets the nice pulse going off. That's going to be a lot of damage coming out. Pushkin taking a lot of damage. Pushkin is going to go down to Bjork again in front of the turret.
See, this is where I'm going to say if these guys build DOT, they're going to get the 2 first turrets with ease. Because, look at it. All their kills has basically been DOT or DOT supported.
You know, I definitely agree there. DOT is absolutely going to be one of the ways to go on this, especially with a Frog and a Leon. See that Leon while he's in Viz. Get the 2 stacks of DOT coming from Skoldir and from Coco. And that's just going to be a lot of DOT coming out, and a lot of damage that's going to be dealt just strictly based on DOT alone.
And the good thing about DOT is you can't really... with a high burst, you can sort of time your dash as a frog and try to avoid it, but with DOT, you can only cancel out a single tick.
And HDTV getting a little bit behind on Solo, just nice to go pick up, and there we see it.
Oh, the hammer
throw off the bouncer.
Not quite connecting. Still close, and I think actually that is, if they can get the throw and connect the hammer so that Frog dashes and gets nowhere, that's gonna be like the cream. That's what I want to hope. That's my goal. In my little invisible checkbox, that's what I want to see. Oh!
And Bjork is actually going to be forced to get back there and pick up some health, while YOLO doesn't have any charges in mid, but gets 4 stacks pretty quickly. And a lot of damage being dealt by both teams here. I mean, we're almost at the mid-game in about 3 minutes, and we're seeing a 5-2 kill difference. But the solar difference is not monumental at all. It's maybe about 150.
Oh, look,
Pushkin's
going
taking a lot of damage. Pushkin's going to go down to the Coco ball. Bjork is going to take him down. Meme Sky taking a lot of damage right now. Villain hunting down Orin and YOLO. He's going to be dealing a lot of... Wow, that was a lot of damage coming out for Villain. And we may be seeing another throw here. The throw's going to hit, and Orin is going to go down here.
Another DOT kill.
Just, you know, you said it before. Those DOT stacks kind of just building up, but Coco opting for just straight ball damage at this point is going to have a 670 ball.
Oh, it is going to hurt. I mean, stacking up burst is always a good way to go, and if they choose to just opt with the base DOT, they still have a lot of it, but I'm just looking at the potential of how a max DOT... Oh, and the nice throw coming out.
YOLO's going to be taking a lot of damage. Just narrowly escaping on the bouncer there. But, you know, as you were saying before, stacking that burst damage is really great. But it also brings me to one point that you always need to constantly check the enemy upgrades. Because 1 second she may have a 400 ball, the next second she's going to have a 670 ball. And you're just going to say, well, I thought I could tank that. No, you can't tank a 670 ball with DOT coming out, and the throw coming out. Pushkin taking a lot of damage at this point, but he's going to be able to
He's going for the ball. He's going for the ball, but not quite.
And that's going to be the second solar boss that HDTV has picked up. And YOLO taking a lot of damage right now. Warren's kind of getting into the fight with Meme and Villain. Pushkin in the mix now, and we're seeing a lot of damage being dealt by both teams here. And Meme Sky's going to be forced to get back, as well as YOLO to pick up some extra charges on that. And Orin is going to take a huge chunk of health.
They're looking for it. They're looking for it. The dash is going to come out. Just a little bit.
And that is going to be a takedown. Villain is going to go down, but YOLO is going to go down to the turret instead.
Wrong way.
Interesting exchange going on there. Penny should have been running the opposite way.
Look at Meme Sky. Look at Meme Sky. He is so low. He has to go back. I would not recommend him to stay out there. That is so dangerous.
One thing that we're seeing...
One tongue, and the dash is going to happen. Look at that.
And there we go. You just called it right there. One tongue, and the dash is going to happen as he goes down to Pushkin and Oren.
That's just... No. You are a Scoop, yes. You are the immense damage collecting of all things, but... No. Don't win the Leon.
Leon's looking in for the tongue there, the push there, and Pushkin is going to deal
Looking for charges for that pulse. Looking for charges for that pulse. That is all that is happening right now.
And the throw is going to occur. A lot of damage being dealt, and actually Bjork is going to take down Pushkin with the ball as he tries to escape. And now we see this Penny-Oren combo trying to get up there and see what's going on. Clear the lane pretty quickly, but Bjork is there to immediately stop the push.
Bjork the push. I think that's...
And Oren taking a lot of damage right now. Penny's going to get into the mix. YOLO taking a lot of damage as well. YOLO is going to be forced to regain some charges there as the entirety of Team Meme Machine has kind of retaken control in that mid.
Oh, the ball actually hits. Same goes for the bindings, and that's going to leave Penny at not too much HP, actually.
And we're seeing the nuke tongue being built on Leon.
Well, this is pretty much like high burst comp, and if they get to the point where they can get silence, I think the game is going to change once again. You know, we had the very, very early just heavy bursts coming out of HDTV, and now we have the sort of the brawly, the fight, the very, very well-rounded.
A lot of damage being dealt. Pushkin's going to get into the mix right now. Villain and Meme Sky taking a lot of damage, but the hammer's going to allow the escape.
Yep. Just as I was about to say, that's... You know, the hammer, the frog. You're not going to be able to do a whole lot as a frog when the hammer is being spammed at you every other second.
And Villain's going to be taking a lot of damage right now from that Penny. It's being kind of brought down to about a little bit less than half right now. About 3.5 bars, 4.5, excuse me. And decides to teleport back. Oren's going to be looking for some health at this point and retreats back as we see Skull here picking up Flaming Fists and Heal Punch. Pushkin's going to be taking some damage, being brought down to about a little bit less than half right now. And Meme Sky is protecting that Super Droid, although it is going to go down fairly quickly. Oren's taking a lot of damage right now.
Have a bad time. The DOT actually giving away his position and leaving him to die.
As Oren goes down, HDTV decides to pick up another solo boss, but this Penny is actually going to go down to Bjork and Villain. That DOT, you can see it right there, just being absolutely terrifying. Then again, a 670 ball and fists are also pretty terrifying at the same time.
You know, this is, you know, the meme machine. They're definitely meme. They're definitely mean. They're also meme. Don't mind that. But it's just that you're absolutely right with the terrifying part. I mean, where's terrifying meme machine? They're not just meme. They are terrifying.
And Critter's kind of coming out on this Frog right now, and a nice little engagement going on up top as the Frog is kind of thwarting off Villain and Bjork. But now we see it here. The penny does get thrown, but let's see if this Frog and Leon can kind of counteract that. Leon kind of trying to save him there.
He's still alive! He's still alive! Look at that! No! Oh! He almost has a nice one by Pushkin.
Pushkin taken down, and that Scoop just narrowly escaping death right next to his turret as Bjork and Pushkin are duking it out in that midsection. Oren's going to be forced to go back as well. Lanes need to be cleared here. There are 2 people on map for HDTV at this point. 3 people now, excuse me.
Where'd the 4th come from? You have no idea. Alright, so, alright. I thought Leon had built clone for a second because he was just like casually walking up to the turret.
But now is where Scoop really starts to shine. You know, he's got into his mid game. He's got his hammer.
The Spoon Man. You just go ahead and agree with me that Spoon Man.
Oh, absolutely. Spoon Man's 600 hammers. What's not to be afraid of?
Oh, you know, well, until he gets cooldown, they can at least they can find comfort in the thought that it's not going to be there as often.
And Oren and Villain kind of duking it out in that bottom section. That DOT is going to be able to prevent his invis from doing too much damage, as now the 3rd turret goes down in favor.
Looking to do something, but she gets denied flat out. Right. I want to see the silence. I really think the silence can change the game right now.
And they're all going to be collapsing on YOLO right now. Mean Machine hunting her down, but she's just going to be able to escape because she's a fox. Her mobility is absolutely destructive at times and just allows for those escapes, allows for the hunt. And Pushkin taking a lot of damage right now. He's going to be forced to get back as Mean Machine continues their assault on the bottom lane.
Oh, yes. Right, so Coco maxing for the slow. Just look at that. Slow.
There's huge engagement going on right now in the DOT. The Snare Quake is actually going to secure that kill. YOLO goes down. Pushkin is going to be on the run right now, but saves his dash, knowing well that he's going to have to use it to escape. Oren getting a nice tongue off, forcing Bjork to go back. And Meme Sky and Villain are going to stay on that bottom lane. Excuse me, Meme Sky is going to actually rotate to the top lane for a bit of a split push.
Well, more like providing a presence because there's not much to push other than the base. Oh, and the nice
throw coming out. Oren's going to be taking a lot of damage right now. And
boom.
Look at that slow on Penny. Look at that. She just built full slow on Blaze.
I mentioned. And when is Blaze Ball going to happen? Because that's going to have the same slow.
That is going to be terrifying to see.
I think you're underestimating what it's going to be. Terrifying is a mild way of putting it.
Frightening, scary,
nightmare-inducing.
Nightmare-inducing. Oh, the amount of slow that's going to come out on Coco is going to be nightmare-inducing. Fair enough. I'll give you that one.
Hooray! Alright, so as I have been rambling about for almost 15 minutes now, get silence and you will see magic. Really?
Well, even at that point, you know, the silence should have been coming out a little bit earlier on Penny. They're opting, HDTV and YOLO are actually opting for, oh, and the ball hit into the Meme Sky explode bindings, and AA is going to be taking down Oren. Oren's going to go down. This is one for non-exchange. A nice ball, nice timing coming out on Mean Machine. Pushkin and YOLO really need to do something. They need to get out there.
The dash is real. No charges on Penny. No charges on Penny. Mission aborted.
But look there, though. You saw it there. They got Mean Machine away from the turret for a few seconds. Even though they did take it down, it would have been taken down a lot earlier if they didn't make that play right there. And Pushkin kind of being the bait, baiting them away.
Alright, look at the slow. Oh, that's just absolutely terrifying. Oh no, nightmare-inducing. I stand by what I said. I stand by what I said.
But that being said, a lot of damage coming down, and Bjork is actually going to go down to Oren. Oren taking a lot of damage. Mean Machine is going to have to retreat right now as we see YOLO and Pushkin hunting down Villain, and Leon is just going to be able to clear those uncontested.
Yeah, look at all the droids there. Those things are going to do a lot of damage to the base, the core.
But we see it right now. HDTV needs to push this out, and Pushkin getting hit by the hammer. That's a lot of damage coming out for him. He's going to be forced to get back with one bar right now, which leaves YOLO and Oren, excuse me, to defend for a few seconds while Pushkin gets some health. The hammer again, not allowing Pushkin to progress forward. Here we see it though. Villain getting the throw
punch,
up, and the throw and the punch is at it, and that is going to be a secured kill. Pushkin is going to go down.
He's getting really low. YOLO just brought out. Whoa, oh no. Oh man, see, that's when you do the bounce juke correctly and you sort of split them up in different directions, because there's so many directions you can go when you're doing the jukes on the bouncers, and that's going to be
another kill. That's Oren going to be going down, and that is going to be a huge push coming out in favor of Mean Machine. They're going to be continuing this assault. YOLO can't do much against this. This is that 3v1 defend that we were talking about before, and that looks like it is going to be a victory in favor of Meme Machine.
Oh yeah.
The nightmare-inducing slow on Coco.
And yes, I'm lost for words.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
We're looking at the base slow, which is 10%, and then you add 25 from Siphon Disruptor, yeah, and then I believe we're looking at an additional 24, 25
give or take,
yeah. That's gonna be 60% slack.
And she even got silver coating at the end, too. just put the cherry on top and make sure that nobody was going to escape her clutches. And that slow was just so powerful against quick characters like that. You have that Penny, you have that Frog, you have that Leon, who so desperately rely on their mobility to be one of their greatest assets as far as being the assassin players of the Awesome Nots cast. You know, one thing that I do want to commend HDTV on was being able to get those burst kills. You know, we saw it in the beginning, in the first minute of the match. Somebody just disappeared. They just disappeared.
Yeah, I mean, they could have kept on doing that if they had silence, because then they could have counteracted Scoldier's throw. They could have made sure that Coco didn't blaze out and, you know, made everything a hell, living nightmare. And they could have made sure that Scoop did not heal up while they were chasing out. So I really think slow was the deciding factor here, and unfortunately we didn't see it.
That being said, I think it's that time of the day.
Oh, that time?
It's that time of the day.
Oh,
everybody.
We send people to a place. Oh
yeah, we send people to that place where they can do what do they have to do to win a Robo Scoop?
Oh well, you go ahead and you become a bird, and then you learn how to tweet.
Oh, okay.
And then when you tweet, you gotta use the hashtag AwesomeCup, and you are gonna give us what should we say? What do we want? What is payment for this ticket in the who gets the scoop?
They have to pay the Robo Scoop tax of
yeah.
They have to tweet hashtag AwesomeCup and just how about character? What?
No, I have a better idea. How about a screenshot of your best game?
That may seem like a bit much. This time, we'll go with your favorite character. Hashtag AwesomeCup, give us your favorite character, and you'll be entered in the drawing for a Robo Scoop. That is going to be on Twitter. We're going to be right back with the round of 4, I believe.